Hey there, Careblazers! Welcome back to the place where we talk about everything dementia. Dr. Natalie here, and in today's video, I'm answering a question from a fellow Careblazer. She asked, why do people with dementia lie? Well, in today's video, I'm going to answer that question. But first, if you are new to Careblazers TV, welcome. We would love to have you join our family. All you have to do is hit that little red subscribe button on your screen. It is completely free. We'd love to have you. Okay, let's answer this question. Does this sound familiar at all? Your loved one with dementia says something that is completely not true. When you try to correct your loved one or point out how they're wrong or just point out what is correct, your loved one with dementia refuses to see your side, insists that they are correct, and in some cases become even more angry and irritable at the fact that you would even suggest that what they're saying isn't true. If only I could tell you about how many stories caregivers have told me about a similar situation happening to them. Or maybe you are talking to a visitor or another family member or a neighbor, and your loved one with dementia says something completely off the wall and false, to the point that the visitor or neighbor kind of seems alarmed because what your loved one with dementia said seems a little concerning. And when you try to tell that visitor or neighbor about the truth or what's actually going on, your loved one with dementia then becomes upset and irritable again and insists that what they are saying is correct. Or, and what has got to be another really difficult situation, is when your loved one with dementia lies, but you don't even realize it's a lie until time has passed. A Careblazer recently reached out to me and shared that her father with dementia said he had purchased a home for her. And she was so excited. She was telling family and friends, she was making plans. And then after a couple of weeks and with a lot more questioning of her father, she realized none of this was true. Her father did not purchase her a home, and she was very hurt and upset and frustrated by this whole situation. So what is going on here? So here's the deal. Your loved one with dementia isn't actually lying to you. Lying implies that your loved one is fully aware of what they are doing and that they are purposefully trying to mislead you and deceive you, and there is malicious intent. Of course, anybody who thinks that they're being lied to is going to automatically feel frustrated and angry and upset. That's a natural reaction when you think you're being lied to, and that's a reaction no dementia caregiver needs any more of. Let me introduce you to a new word. It's called confabulation, or to confabulate, and it is a term that medical professionals use to describe a symptom that is very similar to lying, but it's actually also quite different. And it's most likely what's going on with your loved one who has dementia whenever you think that they're lying to you. Confabulation is a result of a distorted memory that causes somebody to give false information without actually consciously intending to deceive somebody. So basically, your loved one with dementia is making things up without realizing that they're making things up. It doesn't have the conscious awareness of purposefully lying to somebody. Your loved one with dementia is actually believing what they say. They're believing the things that are coming out of their mouth even though they're wrong. And this is why no matter how much you try to correct them or explain the truth or show them reasons and evidence why they're wrong, this is why they do not change their mind, because they're actually not lying. It's not like they got caught in a lie and that they were purposefully trying to mislead you the whole time. Their brain is actually going through this process called confabulation. I know this is a difficult symptom, but your loved one is not doing this on purpose. They are not purposefully trying to lie to you, and there's no amount of arguing or reasoning that's going to just all of a sudden change their mind. Confabulation can be present by your loved one just flat out saying something that is completely false. For example, you stole all their money. Or confabulation could be present by them saying something that's partially true, like you took their money and you went and bought a pony for yourself, when in fact maybe you did take some of their money, but it was to help pay their rent or was to help pay for groceries. I think one of the hardest things about confabulation for you Careblazers out there is when your loved one with dementia has a history of lying to you in the past. So when your loved one has lied to you for years and years and years, or has always been deceitful, it's really hard to believe that what they're doing now is anything but lying. Given all that history, you interpret it as lying, and that's the hardest part. I think another thing that's really difficult about confabulation is that your loved one with dementia will say things that are untrue. They will confabulate to friends or neighbors or family members that aren't as actively involved in their care. And it starts to put a little seed of doubt sometimes in your family members, friends, neighbors' minds in terms of, well, what are you actually doing with your loved one's money? Or what are you actually doing providing all this care to your loved one? When your loved one with dementia is telling everybody around them they don't have any problems and that you're really trying to make them feel like a prisoner or like a baby. Right? So there's a lot of challenges with this, but please know that it is not intentional. And if your loved one has always had a history of being a bit deceitful or has done a lot of lying to you in the past, my question that I want you to ask yourself is, how does it benefit you to believe that your loved one with dementia is purposefully lying to you right now? My guess is that that's not a helpful thought at all. And if you have that thought, it's going to impact your stress level. It's going to make you feel more irritable and upset. That's going to make it more difficult for you to provide calming and stress-free environments and caring tasks for your loved one with dementia. So you have to make the choice of what you want to believe. Do you want to believe that your loved one with dementia is purposefully lying to you? Or do you want to believe that your loved one with dementia has a symptom that's pretty well researched and well known and pretty common in dementia? That choice is yours, and I think you know which choice is the better choice, not only for your own stress level, but also for how it will impact your loved one. Bottom line, lying is different than confabulation. Confabulation is most likely the thing that your loved one with dementia is doing, and no amount of arguing, rationalizing, or correcting is going to help change the situation. It's going to just lead to more frustration, and that's not something that you want. Okay, Careblazers, I hope this video has been helpful to you. Have you ever noticed that your loved one confabulates, or have you ever thought to yourself that your loved one's actually lying to you? How do you handle those situations? What do you do? Let me know by leaving a comment below. And as always, if you have any questions that you want me to answer in a future video, all you have to do is leave them below in a comment underneath any of my videos. And I will see you guys next week on Careblazers TV. If you want to stay in touch with me during the week before my next video, go ahead and catch me over on my Dementia Careblazers Facebook page. Also, if you want to be considered to receive a totally random Careblazer compassion package from me personally at some time throughout the year, email me at careblazers@gmail.com and you could be one of the lucky people to get a special Careblazer package from me throughout the year. Okay, Careblazers, thank you. Bye. Okay, let's answer this question. Okay, let's answer this. Oh my gosh. Let me introduce you to a new world. Let me introduce you is completely different and does